now, our next guest from The Daily Show and movies like Step Brothers and The Hangover. Please welcome the very funny Rob Riggle. Did you play any sports?
Yeah, well, I did. I played all, seasonal sports.
Okay.
That's, how we did it in the Midwest. It was always football in the fall, basketball in the winter, baseball in the spring.
Yeah.
And then in the summer, you just run around the streets causing trouble. But I was always little. I was small.
You were?
I was
You're pretty tall now.
I'm tall now. Now I'm like 6'2", but
Yeah.
back in the day, pre-pubescent, I was a little runt, so I was running for my life. I was getting stuffed in lockers, that kind of stuff. So I was,
like that?
Yeah. It was bad. It was bad. But then God answered all my prayers because I prayed for puberty. That's what I prayed for in high school, and it hit like a thunderbolt. It happened overnight. Between my 9th and 10th grade year, I came back for 10th grade, people didn't even recognize me. I mean, I had grown inches, gained weight, my face took form. It was amazing.
That's what's happening to my son.
Right now? My son too. He's prepubescent and he used to play all these team sports. Now he's just video gaming because he can't do much because they'll beat the tar out of him. So I kept saying, just hang in there, son, hang in. Your day's coming.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing because I tell him, can't smoke because you stunt your growth, right?
Let him know.
Yeah. Eat your vegetables, you want to grow. So he's actually listening to that now. Yeah.
Okay, you served in the military for 23 years. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
But your dream was to do comedy.
Yes.
Like, how you do all of this? And
well, I wanted to be an actor and a comedian more than anything in the world. I just didn't think it was possible. I didn't. I just was from Kansas City. I was like, I got to get a job. That's what I always thought. You got to get a job. You got to be responsible. I got to figure out a way to make money and do all this stuff. And it just didn't. That seemed like a pipe dream. But then, so I went to college. I graduated. I had joined the Marines at that point. I joined when I was like 19, when I was still an undergrad. I had my pilot's license, so I got a flight contract with the Marines. So I thought I was going to be Top Gun, woohoo! But I was a theater and film major, so it was waiter, Top Gun, waiter, Top Gun. Top Gun, I'll do that. And I wanted to serve. I did want to serve. But as I got into the Marines and started going through all the stuff, they gave me a lot of confidence. I realized I could do more than I thought I could. Here were my limits, my perceived limits, and the Marines were like, you can do a whole lot more than that, and they pushed me way beyond. So I thought, well, if I can do all these other things, maybe I could do this little dream of mine. But I thought, well, if I continue flying and pin those wings on, I'm gonna be a 20-year Marine, and I'm gonna be flying planes, and that's gonna be my life. But I wanted to be an actor and a comedian, so I was like, okay, well, I got to quit flight school. I'm going to go to the ground side. I'm going to become a ground officer. But if I do this, because I never quit anything in my life, so if I do this, it's got to count. It's got to matter.
Yeah.
And I had a book, and I was sitting on the beach down in Corpus Christi, Texas, and I wrote in the back of that book, the first thing I'm going to do, if I quit, it's got to count. What am I going to do? I am going to accomplish this. I will get on Saturday Night Live. That's what I wrote down in that book. First thing.
all this manifestation.
So 10 years later, almost to the day, this was September 94 when I wrote it down, September 2004, almost to the day I get a call from Lauren Michaels asking me to join Saturday Night Live. So it happens, it can happen.
Oh my God.
There were a lot of distractions. I got married, I had a child, there were 2 wars, 9/11. There was a lot of things that happened to distract, but if you keep your eye on the prize, these things can work out. They really can.
You better speak on today. Oh my God, that gave me chills.
Yeah.
And you've worked with many funny people. Do you ever get starstruck?
Yes, yeah, as a matter of well, the biggest one, I got to do a movie with Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels, Dumb and Dumber 2. And
is that you?
That's it.
Oh my God.
So I grew up quoting Dumb and Dumber, just in every part of my life. You know, I can't tell you how many times per week I say, "So you say, and there's a chance," right? Like these lines just flow through me. So to find myself, that was first day of shooting. I'm in the back of this hearse with Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels, and they're doing Lloyd and Harry, And I'm sitting in the scene with them, and I'm actually thinking, this is unbelievable. I'm actually in the movie with these guys that I've been watching my whole life, and all I wanted to do was call everybody I ever knew.
Right here in the scene.
Yes,
this is what's going through your mind.
And then I realized, oh, I'm actually in the scene. I have words I have to say. So I'm like, oh God, because I missed a take. You know, they're like, and that would be you, Rob. And I'm like, huh? Oh yeah. So I mean, that was definitely a starstruck moment where I was like, it was so surreal to be in the movie with those guys, be in a scene with those guys, especially those characters. That was phenomenal.
That's classic.
And I've been blessed very much so to work with really amazing, talented actors and comedians. So yeah, I consider every day. This is an honor.
Well,
this is such
it's
a
an
cool
honor
thing.
to have you. Can you tell everyone about the documentary?
It's a wonderful little documentary put together by Janice Overbeck and Jack Wench. They put together a great little film. I don't classify myself as some sort of eco warrior. I'm not, you know, so much of what is put out there is a lot of finger pointing and blaming and shaming. This is what I liked about this project was it's talking about solutions. That's all we're doing. Because plastic, the reason we have a plastic problem in this world, okay?
Yes.
But here's the thing. I need plastic. I love plastic. I like it a lot. It changes our life. It makes our life incredibly good. We're not going to get rid of plastics. We shouldn't get rid of plastics.
Yeah.
What we need to do is just be smart about how we're going to solve the problem of microplastics in our oceans, in our food, in our water. Because that is affecting us. It's affecting our children. It's affecting everything. And these microplastics are real and it's happening. So rather than, you know, point fingers and politicize this thing, let's just get to talking about solutions. And I don't care who's got the best solution, let's just come up with a solution. And the good news is there are thousands of people out there, engineers, scientists, philanthropists, environmentalists, everybody working together to find better solutions. Instead of petroleum-based plastics, they're using biodegradable plastics, which make a huge difference. You know, people always say, well, you know, because I go to the grocery store, everything I buy is plastic in the grocery store. So I'm like, well, here we go. But yes, recycling does make a difference. It does make a difference. Now, does it make a big difference? Not as big as you'd like. No, it doesn't. Right. But it's better than nothing. Right. So start doing something, you know, and it can be done.
Yes, I love your passion about it. And what was your biggest takeaway from doing that?
The biggest takeaway that I realized is there are more solutions out there. It's always doom and gloom, you know. Oh, the ice age, we're all gonna die. Everybody's gonna die. No, we're not. Just calm down. You need to do the action steps that are right in front of you. Yeah. Which is the recycling, which is the putting money into things, engineering that makes a difference, biodegradable as opposed to petroleum-based. You know, cleaning up our oceans. You know, if you see, I'm one of these guys who. If I see trash, I will go get it. I'll go get it and I'll put it in the right receptacle. I'll do these things. That's just for beautification, but it makes me feel good and it makes the environment a little bit better, right? It makes it a little nicer environment for everybody. So I know it sounds ridiculously small, but that's what you want to do. You want to break it down to the ridiculous. When you start working out, you don't start doing 100 push-ups. You do 1 or 2. Break it down to start small and then grow it from there. And if everybody contributes just a little bit, I know it's Pollyannish, but if everybody does what they're supposed to do, just do the right thing a little bit, a little bit, and you're going to make an incredible difference. So that's it.
And you're making a difference.
If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the Jennifer Hudson Show YouTube channel. Check your local listings or visit jenniferhudsonshow.com to see when you can watch full episodes in your area. And don't forget to sign up for the newsletter.